Preseason is upon us. That means there's going to be some separation and stratification on who's going to make the rooster, who's going to make the practice squad, etc. And this year, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and new head coach Kevin O'Connell are going to have to make some tough decisions, and they're going to have to make them quick because 85-man roster cuts going from 90 to 85 are due next Tuesday, August 16th, after the Vikings play the Raiders on Sunday. So, I mean, there's going to have to be a couple decisions made. Now, early cuts, I think it's relatively easy. Guys that have barely been on the third team or with the fours, etc. So that does make sense. And then the week after, Tuesday, August 23rd, it's down to 80. And then you got the big jump after the final preseason game to 53-man rosters. And then you fill out your practice squads. Now, syncing this up with the Vikings preseason game. So Raiders, 85. Niners, 80. And then you got the Broncos, the final preseason game, Saturday, August 27th. And then a couple days after that, you have the 53-man roster. Now, teams generally will do that a little bit earlier because it's due at 4 p.m. Tuesday, August 30th. I mean, they may trim down to 53. The Vikings that play Saturday, it may happen on Sunday, it may happen on Monday. Teams generally don't mess around doing that. Now, if you think that this is a little bit new and confusing, it is relatively new. Now, the league has gone back and forth and changed how they've cut down from 90-man rosters down to 53 over the years. So up until 2017, some sort of nebulous, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 years, doesn't really matter. But they went 90 and then 75 after 2 preseason games because remember, before 2021, there's 4 preseason games. So 90, 2 preseason games, 75, and then down 2 more preseason games down your final 53. And then 2018, 2019, they're just like, yeah, whatever. 90 to 53, 90 to 53, doesn't matter. And I was actually fine with that because a lot of teams rest their starters, and you do have to have enough bodies to field a team for the 3rd and 4th preseason games at the time. You need to do that. 2020, so there's no preseason in 2020 due to the Rona, so they went from 90 to 80 to 53. Whatever. And then last year, they implemented the, since it went to 3 preseason games, 90 preseason game, 85 second preseason game, 80 third preseason game, and then 53. So I understand that this doesn't really matter, but I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to NFL history and transactions and stuff. Like, if I could just do a podcast strictly about roster management, players' uniform numbers, and Rob Brzezinski, I mean, it would be the best show ever. Maybe we'll do that. So, predicting which 5 players aren't going to make are going to be released to get down to 85. So, again, this is no aspersions against a player. Just sometimes you're buried on the depth chart. Just sometimes you don't get the time of day. But our 5 selections for the Vikings to go from 90 to 85 are wide receiver Thomas Hennigan, the UDFA coming out of Appalachian State, tight end Shaun Beyer, the former Hawkeye, who was signed after they let go of quarterback Nate Stanley. Because I mean, it could have been J.C. Treader, it could have been Ndamukong Suh, but now it's Shaun Beyer. No big deal. Nose tackle Tyree Stevenson coming out of Tulsa, just hasn't really gotten traction. Free safety Mike Brown, the UDFA coming on in, as well as UDFA punter Ryan Wright. I do think that Jordan Berry is going to be securing that job. So, why clown farting around, wasting a roster spot on an extra specialist? But, these are the decisions that Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell are going to have to make, and they're going to have to make them soon. So, you have the preseason game against the Raiders on Sunday, and then you have by Tuesday you already have to let go of 5 players. And sometimes you'll see some big time players let go in the first round of cuts. Now, this isn't necessarily punitive. It's more, hey, you may not make the 53. This is going to allow you to have a chance to catch on with another team before 53-man rosters and practice squads get filled out. So it's actually kind of a blessing. So there may be a surprise or two in the cutdowns from 90 to 85 or 85 to 80. But again, it's not so much on the player. It's like, hey, we're doing you a favor, that whole thing. But your thoughts on our thoughts, roster cut down dates, and when they sync up with the preseason games. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.